Oh my gosh. Why do my videos always seem to cut off? Does that happen to anyone else? Does that happen to anyone else? Seems like at the good parts is when it just wants to shut me down. Maybe that's best because I don't know how, but I kind of almost fell off my chair in the second part of that, so maybe it's best you guys didn't see all that. I feel like I'm in such a great mood, and I feel so goofy today. I don't know why, but okay, so back to serious business, guys. Back to serious business. No laughing. This is a serious matter. Okay. Jeez, I'm out of control right now. Maybe it's because I had, well, for dinner last night, I had Oreos and milk and an ice cream cone. Not healthy at all. I don't always eat like that. I'm a great eater, but just didn't feel like having all that healthy stuff. I promise I don't eat like that all the time. Okay, and I had a cup of noodles too. So good with the little hot sauce. Okay, back to business. So, what I was saying before is the Bible is super cool. And I found these really great verses that pretty much talk about where we are in these times. Okay, so it goes. This is Acts 2:17. In the last days, God says, I will pour out my spirit on all people. Your sons and daughters will prophesy. Your young men will see visions. Your old men will dream dreams. And Shannon will have dreams too. And she'll share them with you. I'm so close to the camera. Job 33, chapter 33, verse 14 to 15. For God does speak, now one way, now another, though man may not perceive it, meaning he may not understand it or put two and two together. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falls on men as they slumber in their beds, or women, and Shannon. So pretty much the point of all of this, guys, is now in today's world, we aren't going to get the real news, the real nitty-gritty stuff that is truly meant for our minds and our souls. Can you guys hear that? The neighbor is chopping up his yard. So loud. Hope you can't hear. We're not going to get that information from the front page of our local newspaper. It's not gonna happen. So I came to the conclusion that I'm not the only one having these types of dreams. It seems like all of a sudden, so many people around the world are having such similar experiences and dreams and visions and stuff like that. And there seems to be some type of common thread here. So, in having this amazing YouTubing experience, I've been able to have conversation with people from all over the world and all over the country. And I've made a really, really awesome friend. Well, I've made some really great friends, but it's just so incredible how things happen. And God, I feel like God made us to connect with one another and to rely on one another. And I feel like we need to start looking at the next person and having more respect for them and having more respect for their thoughts and their ideas. Because I promise you that there is a time that's coming in our country in the next 2 years, 3 years maximum, where we are going to need the person next to us, that our life is going to depend on it. And so I really feel like we should just give credit where credit is due. And we shouldn't discount people's crazy thoughts or these thoughts or concepts that are out of the ordinary, because this is all happening for a very specific reason here. And for those of you that don't want to listen, go ahead. You know, you're going to do what you do and you're happy doing it. But for those of us that kind of feel like something is up and that know that there's some kind of instant hunger to find out what's really going on, that's hot. And, you know, we have to just change with the times. And when you're able to move along and be flexible and not be so stuck on what we're so used to, when we're able to, you know, adjust to all the different types of situations, that's hot, because that means you survive, and that means that you'll be happier in whatever situation arises. And I say hot like, you know, not ooh sexy hot, but that's good and that makes me happy and that's pleasing to my ears. Okay, so what else? Shannon. And I think I have a hive right here. I was talking to someone about shrimp. Hi, Ben. And I'm so allergic to shrimp, like super duper, and I feel like I have this hive just thinking about it. It could have been there before, who knows, but anyway, back to business. A wise woman once told me, don't believe everything you hear or learn or read. You take what you need, pick it up, and leave the rest behind. And that's really, really great news if you think about it. Simply because that's how you should look at things. Don't believe everything everyone says, but if it feels right to you in your mind and in your heart, then that's when you should give it a second thought. But at the same time, I want to say that this time now, not everything that is the truth is going to be sweet, and it's not gonna be candy coated. So I know personally, you know, half the stuff I've been learning I didn't want to listen to, and I didn't want to accept as fact or the beginning of this chain of information. I didn't want to even absorb any of that. But it doesn't always taste good, and it doesn't always look good. But if you just don't go ahead and dismiss it initially and just maybe marinate on it for a little bit, that's when winning happens. Duh. Okay. Winning. I cannot get enough of that guy. So it is almost April 2011, and I started these videos at the end of January. Oh boy, it seems like just yesterday, in a way, but it also feels like it's been like a whole year of time that has lapsed between the two, the first and now. And time is just a moving. It's not stopping or slowing down for anybody. So I don't know if I've been a perfect example of this, but living each day to the fullest and utilizing every moment that you have the best way that you can. I think I am not perfect at it, but I'm definitely growing and being stronger in my discipline, my daily life, and the decisions I make, and all of that. And so I think that today's prophets and people's dreams and visions of the future, only because of my experience, they shouldn't be automatically validated, but you should not just dismiss them. You should maybe take, you should take a second look at them and analyze it. Let's not be lazy and just dismiss things or throw it out the window into the trash. Because if I were listening to me, if I weren't me, if I were two different people, let's say the pre-dream event Shannon and the post, if the pre were listening to the post, I'd be like, what? Weirdo. But that was the old me, and this is the new. So if nothing else, just take a look at me. I know I'm crazy, but I'm out of control sometimes, but just take a look at me. And if you've been keeping track of these videos, then you'll see that I've definitely grown in all kinds of ways. And you know, something is to be learned from this. God is good, like my song says. And I have more songs I want to sing you guys. All those songs that I told you guys that I've written over the years. I think I'm ready to share. We'll see. So anyway, I'm at almost 13 minutes now, and if this cut off a few minutes ago, I'm gonna die. I should not say that anymore. I'll be pissed. Is that a cuss word? God told me that I should not be cussing anymore. I should listen, because it's not ladylike. Okay. I'll make another video because there's more stuff to talk about. So pretty much, we must look to those who are speaking not conventional ways. I know these are not conventional ways of receiving information, but with the changing times, everything else must change as well. You don't want to be left behind in the dust, do ya? It's important that we take time to do research and look into all things possible. They probably won't all happen to you, but it's definite that some combination of things will. I don't know everything that's going to happen, but I know that more earthquakes are going to happen, more natural disasters, more man-made disasters, more nuclear stuff, more wars are going to happen over in the Middle East, and America's going to be invaded, but that's a whole different conversation. So I said all of that to say there are two different websites I've been checking out, and I'm going to put them at the bottom of this video so you can check it out. Jack Johnson, United States Prophecy, and another one. I think it's Primal. I forgot something. So good. And you may not believe it or want to listen to it or whatever, but just take a look, because these guys had dreams like me. Okay, please, I hope it didn't cut off. Okay, bye.